So I bet you guys are wondering, what does a banjo and a cedar strip canoe have in common? Are you gonna have to watch the rest of the video and find out. So I'll bet you right about now you guys are thinking Burt Reynolds is gonna bust in here in a tight pair of leather pants at some point in time, what with the banjos and the canoes and whatnot. But you're wrong. Burt Reynolds is not showing up at my place to make a guest appearance on Fabin' Adventures. Sorry to disappoint. Let's get back to the program. So I've had a few people ask me, why a cedar canoe? And really the answer is, they're cool looking. They're cool looking, and I like to build stuff. As you can see, this banjo here I built, this Les Paul I built, all by hand. I just enjoy building things with my hands. Some people might say, why not just go buy a banjo or go buy yourself a Les Paul at the music store or something like that. And for me, it's not about just going to the store and buying it. You know, it's building it and having the pride that you built it, and you can play it with your own hands. Same with the canoe. You built it and you can go canoeing and go on overnight trips, camping trips and whatnot, which is what I plan on doing. It's just the pride in building stuff. That's what I like to do. That's what this channel's about. I build stuff. I built my complete Suzuki Samurai right from the ground up. I've built a ton of stuff. I started building stuff when I was probably 6, 7 years old, when I was old enough to run a jigsaw, you know. I remember when I was probably 7, 8, 9 years old, somewhere in there, I got a hold of Dad's jigsaw and I cut some plywood out and I built myself a kind of a big model airplane that I could fly around and stuff like that. And I've just been building stuff almost nonstop ever since. I've been in multiple fabrication jobs, mostly steel, aluminum, and I've got a lot of experience in, again, building things, welding stuff, just creating things with my own hands. I pop in my head all of a sudden, man, that would be cool to build. So I build it, just to see if I can, for the most part. The canoe started out just to see if I can. The banjo started out just to see if I can. Besides the fact that I like the sound of a banjo. It sounds awesome. Les Pauls are cool. Who doesn't like a Les Paul? You know, so that's where this channel comes from. I just wanted to show you this canoe project that I've been working on. It's taken quite a while, so let's have a look here quick. So this canoe project, it consists of a bunch of cedar strips that I ripped down from some huge timbers, like 2 by 16, 2 by 14 timbers, and they're just rough, clear cedar that I got from a guy over by Edmonton. And it's actually pretty nice stuff, but it's taken a ton of time to rip all this, rip it all down into strips, run it through a router and make the bead and cove. You can see the ribs that I cut out of plywood and shaped them. I got a canoe building book on Amazon, and that's where I got the pattern to build this canoe. It's going to be a 19-foot river canoe, and a river canoe, you can see, has what they call a rocker, where it arches. It's not completely flat all the way across here, like that. It actually arches down, so the canoe is shaped in an arch. So some of you might have been wondering what these red strips are, and it's just this tape is holding down this upper strip. It's where I did a scarf joint. I left this glue overnight. I didn't want the scarf joint to lift somehow if the staple didn't hold properly or whatever. So it's just tape stretched around there real tight, pulling this one down really tight So you got a nice scarf joint in the morning. So here's a little bit of a close-up view. So this piece of wood here has the cove in it. This piece of wood has the bead in it. And it just fits in just like tongue and groove sort of thing. So you run a bunch of glue down the cove and then you fit your pieces of strip in here. And it's really time consuming. So what I'd recommend to anybody that's doing a project like this, if you're ripping your own pieces, run them through a planer first. Because all I did was rip, and I just relied on the strips being even from the ripping on the table saw, and they're not. Some are thicker, some are thinner. I don't know if you can really see it, but here's one. This one here is really thick, and this one was quite a bit thinner. So there's going to be a ton of sanding to bring all this unevenness down to one nice plane. So plane your wood first and then rip it. It'll be a lot more, it's going to save a lot of work in the end. I've got staples in between the layers to help hold it together when you bend this strip down, it wants to pull up here, so then I would add a staple wherever it tried to pull up. And it's quite a lengthy process, but I think it's going to be pretty darn cool when it's all done. So this canoe project, I'm going to be doing it in multiple series. Basically, I've got it done. I didn't do a whole lot of video of building it. There's a ton of hours in putting these strips on. So the next step is basically fill in any cracks that are in here, and then fiberglassing. I've got the fiberglass and stuff on order from Amazon again. Links will be below when we get to that video. So there's going to be a few parts to this canoe project over probably the next couple of months. So I've pretty much answered my own question at the beginning of the video. What does a canoe and a banjo have in common? Well, I built them both myself. That's what they have in common. And I just enjoy building stuff. That's all there is to it. So if you guys are enjoying this channel and you're getting a kick out of the different stuff I build and whatnot, please, by all means, subscribe, share, like these videos. It helps me out. Check out the links below. If you feel the want to buy some of that stuff, go ahead, click on it, buy it through my link. I get a wee small commission on everything that's purchased off my links. No cost to you guys. So don't worry if you're Amazon Prime or whatever, you still get the same great prices and whatnot, but there's no cost to you, but I do get a small commission off there, which would be great if you guys would buy stuff off there. So if you guys are enjoying all these videos and the content and the different projects I get into, please subscribe, share, like these videos. Hit the bell at the bottom to be notified when I upload new videos. I'm trying to do a video every week, trying to bring it out by Friday or Saturday, somewhere in there for you guys to check out my videos and whatnot. So, thanks again, everybody, and until next time, catch you later.